Hi Virgo, welcome to your June 2018 love reading. Raina here. So I'm going to go like this. There's your card, Virgo. Okay. And I was just talking about Virgo because I was doing Pisces reading and talking about how the two of you are on a polarity, and some of you may be dealing with a Pisces person according to that reading. Of course, these are general readings, so take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, I got some cards that were pentacles that made it seem like it was an earth sign. And so you're an earth sign, right? Well, the heart of the matter for June is the Hermit card. Since you are a Virgo, unless you're dealing with another Virgo, this could just be that you have kind of put yourself in this hermit mode for a reason. And obviously, I will bring this up because this could be the reason. With the Five of Swords, you may have been involved with somebody who was duplicitous, in other words, dishonest. And this could even involve other people where this person, lied about you. An example would be you were in a marriage or the equivalent, and this person told somebody else that you were you were a bad person, you were that they didn't really love you, the typical lies, so that they could get what they wanted with another person, and you found out. Another example, and you decided that you were better off alone, which you would be. Another example would be that just in general, any kind of cheating would be represented by the Five of Swords, but also chronic lying, which goes along with cheating, I guess. And but it could be some other area of life that a partner is dishonest and you just get fed up. Okay, let's just keep going and I'll see what I see here. The Chariot card is at the foundation of this reading, so this is a positive card, a very positive card that can indicate that you are experiencing some kind of victory in your life. So it's possible that your career life is going well, and that helped you to realize that you're better off alone because you can support yourself financially. You have the self-esteem that comes from doing a job very well, and you're thinking to yourself, I need this lying, I was going to say sack, I need this lying sack like I need a hole in my head, which means that I don't need it. And this person, it's interesting because one of the key words of the Five of Swords is empty victory. So it is possible that there are some Virgos who got involved in a situation where a person you were involved with was married and you got this person and then you realized, what was I thinking? I don't want this. The prize wasn't worth what you thought it would be. So that's also another possibility. But with the Chariot, one thing I like about the Chariot card is that the person is really taking control of their life. And it's like they see where they are out of control and they grab the reins of the horse. And the reins of the horse are really, or is that more than one horse? is really symbolic of getting your life in order. And it's funny because Virgo is a sign of order, of organization. But Virgo is also a sign of the servant. And I think that more than a few Virgos really are magnets for narcissists, because the Virgo person isn't the one who is like waving their arms and saying, look at me, look at me. They tend to serve other people because their egos are in check. Most Virgo people are not arrogant people. They might be, well, I'm thinking of myself because I have the moon in Virgo, but, you know, trying to act like a know-it-all or something like that, that's a little irritating, isn't it? And that is, you could say that's egotistical, that the ego is involved in that, but that's almost like kind of small potatoes compared to some people's egos. This person, by the way, could be like an air sign that you're dealing with. So Gemini comes to mind for sure. Gemini, but of course, we're talking about Librans and Aquarians as well. The higher message is the Nine of Wands, and this is about boundaries. This is the spiritual message. So we're talking about this man has built a fortress around himself, and or is standing in front of a fortress to guard against being invaded. A lot of Virgo people, because they tend to want to help others, they may not have very strong boundaries. Your opposite sign, Pisces, the same. So it's up to you. It's your responsibility to to honor yourself in that regard. You deserve to have good things in life, Virgo, including a person who is faithful to you and who is honest with you, who tells you the truth, who you can believe. So if you don't have that, it's time, just like the Chariot, it's time to really get your house in order. And luckily, if you have the Hermit card, you are already kind of going within, seeking the truth, kind of reflecting on your life, which is all good. It's just that you should also be looking at all of this in terms of, what will I do if the situation arises that I should meet somebody? What are the signs that I should look for? And what should I kind of convey to them to let them know what's acceptable to me and what isn't? And those are important questions that you need to kind of mull over while you're in this hermit mode. Advice is the Page of Swords. So if, for instance, there is still some kind of a relationship with this person, by the way, I should have said too, the Chariot could refer to somebody with a strong Cancer personality or, influence in their chart. The Page of Swords, if regardless of who it is, whether it's an air sign that you're still dealing with or a Cancer person, the Page of Swords asks you to do a little detective work. So if you have been burned by this person and now you have a new person, don't just make the same mistake twice. Make sure that what they're telling you about their life matches up. I always think that the Page of Swords is really kind of like being a stalker on Facebook, where you kind of, I'm joking, stalking is no joke. I'm obviously being facetious. I'm talking about ferreting out information online. And it truly amazes me how many people put their life story on these sites. I can't even wrap my brain around that. But you can find out. I'm really good at, you know, finding things out about people, because sometimes you do it through other people. And you can find, even if that person doesn't have it, you can find out through other people. Now, sometimes it's important that you do this. You're not doing it to be creepy. You're doing this to protect yourself. And having gone through an experience where you are feeling betrayed, perhaps, lied to, disrespected, you don't want to deal with that again. And it's, yeah, it is kind of sad that we have to question whether somebody's telling us the truth or not. But sometimes there may be specific reasons why that comes up. I'm not suggesting that we should be paranoid. And I don't think that the Page of Swords is paranoid, although that can point to, if you're dealing with somebody who is very guarded in terms of your communication with them, then that is a red flag. That they may have something to hide, that they may, I don't know, be just too distrustful that you can't really form a great relationship with them. So that would be kind of sad. And so make sure that you protect yourself, in other words. What is coming in is represented by the Ten of Wands. This suggests that this is a work card, maybe even, you know, overtime type of work. Be careful about burnout with this card. But you may just be like kind of busy with your own responsibilities in life and your own career right now. And I think that your career may be going gangbusters according to the Chariot card. So again, I mean, this kind of goes along with the Hermit, that you're just really busy and keeping to yourself, perhaps. But, you know, when I get this kind of a reading, Virgo, I'm always afraid, like, oh my God, are people going to think, oh, this is uneventful? But this, remember, this is a general reading. Some of you may be having a lot of drama that is not reflected in this particular spread. And even if it is not a very social time for you or eventful, it could mean that you are healing. It could mean that you are learning more about yourself. So I'm happy to provide such a message. I don't want to just make it always about a relationship, in other words. The outcome is the Knight of Cups. This is an offer of love. This could be somebody who maybe you know this person and you just kind of like looked over them because they were so earnest. They were just there for you, and you thought maybe it was a sign that this person was desperate, or you had like you might have even had like a warped perspective on it. And now you're taking a second look. This could be just somebody new that comes along, but this person, I don't know if that's associated with Pisces, but definitely a water energy, which you harmonize with very nicely because water and earth go together very nicely. So we're talking about a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. And this person may be artistic and would be a good complement. That is C-O-M-P-L-E, not I. You know, it's a different type. It's not like being paid a compliment. But this is like completement. You know, somebody who completes you, to quote that cheesy line in Jerry Maguire. Okay, so that person is going to be a romantic. Are Virgos romantics? Well, I don't think they're the most romantic sign in and of themselves. If you have a lot of Leo personal planets or moon or rising sign, you might very well be. But the typical Virgo person is very practical and very useful to other people, not necessarily mushy in that way. So this person is definitely mushy, sentimental, and it makes a good complement to your personality type. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this, Virgo. If you'd like a personal reading, If you're dealing with a personal situation, would like a different perspective, please visit my website, rainamoonastrology.com. The link is below. Take care. Bye.